In Night City, where life seems almost completely arbitrary, some individuals seek to extend their influence by joining grassroots political groups, terrorist cadres, and even the national government. These activities help a person to center themselves in a fashion similar to identifying with a particular religion. In addition, political life can bring material rewards. Political positions can mean power, fame and wealth, or just a lot of paperwork. It all depends on how one plays their hand. In 2077, national politics is widely fragmented. The following are explanations of the largest of some political parties, the ones that often make the Night City scream sheets. Gaia's Guardians. Founded by the survivors of the 2-year Agra War, from 1994 to 1996, where the corpus clashed with conservationists for control of protected lands. This group is fiercely protective of the environment. They have connections with Europe's 3000 and other green groups throughout America. This group is so radical that its political section is considered the fringe group. They are openly supportive of eco-terrorism. Their greatest sphere of influence is the Free State of Northern California. The Republicans and Democrat parties are relics, but still ever present in federal issues. However, on the state level, their names are usually a little less than media labels. Republicans in some states experiment with socialist theories, while the Democrats of Texas are staunchly anti-gun control. The Helix Party's motto is superior leadership through superior genetics. This group makes no secret of its intent. The Helix Party wishes to rid the US of problem elements using genetic cleansing. Rumor has it that the Helix Party has offered several $1 million to the geneticist who can produce a sterilization virus that will avoid the genetically pure. Helix defines purity not only as a function of being Caucasian, but also as meeting certain minimal physical and mental standards. Amusingly, Net54 exposed the fact that 71% of registered Helix supporters fail to make the grade. The United Sectarians. In 2077 America, the righteous must stick together. No major religion has survived this modern era without some critical challenge to its dogma. God made man in his image. Cyberware can make you better. Religious leaders are constantly forced to walk a tightrope between accommodating new ideas and keeping more staunch members. 40 years ago, the church was only up against drugs and rock and roll. Now people are beginning to worship the net. It's getting harder and harder for a few Bibles to compete with electronically spun realities. These common problems have brought former theological adversaries together in the enterprise of retaining some faith in the world. Citing the never-ending gridlock inherent to democracy, neo-monarchists rally around the concept of returning to a monarchy. Supported by historians, political scientists, and sociologists, the neo-monarchists suggest that a benign monarchy can be sustained by psychological testing, genetic planning, and sensitivity training. Because the group's final goal is far from being accepted by the general public, the neo-monarchists work towards re-establishing a strong executive branch as an intermediate step. The New Federalists, allies of the neo-monarchists, wish to re-establish the sovereignty of the federal government. This group sees most of America's problems stemming from its lack of central decision-making. Believe that with a strong centralized power, the US can attain its former grandeur and reassert its influence over the rest of the world. The One World Party, also called Simons, are the graduates of the elite business schools around the US. Their guiding principle is business doesn't stop at the border. Strongly internationalist and pro-corporation, this political group advocates an international free market. Simons don't make good media images. Most Americans don't trust people who use words like Keynesian marketing heuristics and who wear bow ties. commonly referred to as the People's Party, the Independent Party created a media and political empire to advertise their agenda. Sparing no expense, the People Party hired the brightest stars and media personalities to act as political facemen. However, they quickly found out that while the public may allow their problems to be reduced to soundbites and memes, solutions must have more meaning. The constitutionalists, or radical libertarians willing to fight and die for individual freedoms and self-autonomy. This party sometimes acts as the voice for existing free states and encourages other states to take the same route. The constitutionalists' name is not a reference to the suspended federal charter. It is a nickname that the group earned by its continuing practice of helping or forcing states to change their state constitutions by incorporating certain protections for individuals. This group has been known to start actual armed rebellions against state legislatures that don't cooperate. Constitutionalists want to make all information in the net public access, which would destroy all of its commercial value. They also want unfettered access to cyberware. The Humanity Party is the closest thing to a party for the homeless there has ever been. It hasn't really won any major victories, but in the political world it's known as a perpetual photo op. Just about any political party can temporarily boost its popularity ratings by appointing a Humanity member dog catcher. Despite these failings, the Humanity Party does occasionally manage to squeak some supplies down to nomad families in need. The vanguard of the Protectorate is the strongest of the communist political parties, drawing partial support from the Wyoming senators. The vanguard has had little success pushing its agenda: conversion of the US to a communist political, economic and social system. Instead, the vanguard is a constant disaster. Reminiscent of the Russians at the height of the Cold War, the vanguard often uses KGB-style intimidation techniques, which rarely work.